So let's now get into the meat and potatoes of actually editing and working with posts and different types of options that I have with my posts. So as an example, here's front end. Let's go to edit, and it'll put us right into the back end. Now again, if we want to keep that same scenario, we can just copy, Command T, paste. So there's the front end experience, here's the back end experience. This is a great way to work. Now here's the cool thing about working with posts. If I go and make changes to this post, so let's say as an example, okay, now this could be a little confusing, but this is because we installed the plugin called Page Builder. So kind of ignore that for right now. We'll talk about that in subsequent videos. But Page Builder is a really cool experience, and it's a free experience and enables you to build sites very quickly. I'm going to hit the edit button again. Now, the thing I want you to pay attention to is the difference between the visual editor and the text editor. Now, the text editor basically is pure HTML code. Now, you don't have to worry about that right now, but I just want to share with you that if you are familiar with HTML, you can put your HTML information right inside of here. So as an example, if I hit the return key right now, and I wanted to make this piece of text right here an H1 tag, I can do that very simply by doing H1 and closing out the H1 tag here by doing /H1 and right caret. So if I update those changes, and if I go to visual, you'll now see that is visually an H1 tag. Now, I didn't have to go into the code to do that, because one of the things I could have done is if I click right here, this brings up a whole subset of information. So I could have, rather than go into my code, let's say that I wanted the return key right here, and I'm going to make that an H2. Now, once again, I could go back into my code and surround that with an H2 tag, but I don't have to do that because this is a visual editor. I can just put my cursor right there. I don't have to select the text. Just put my cursor inside of the paragraph and come down here and make that an H2 tag. Pretty cool. Okay, go and update the changes. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Okay, so depending on how this is set up, you're going to get different visuals happening to your particular page. Now again, I just want to share this with you. The text editor is, if you guys are hardcore HTML editors, then knock yourself out. You can actually copy and paste things right from a WYSIWYG editor like Dreamweaver or any other editor out there. But just keep in mind, text is not visual, and visual, they do affect each other. Okay. Now if I click here, this is going to be distract-free writing, which is going to give me a full page of information without everything else going up there. Now if I come up and click over there, that will exit the full screen. Now what's really cool about this is, let's say as an example that I wanted to make this word right here go to a website or URL. So I'm going to do that. How would I do that based on these choices? Well, here are my choices right here. I'm going to click right there, and I'm just going to put in maybe IBM.com because I want that to go to the IBM website. Now, do I have stock in IBM? No, it's simple to spell, IBM. And just because I can, I might put a title in there, but more importantly, I want to open up this in a brand new window or tab, and I'm going to add that link. So if I save that, this experience is going to come down to how this particular theme CSS was set up. So if I go to view post right now, there is my post, and if I click right here, this is going to take me to the IBM website in a new tab because that's what I told it to do. So that's really how simple it is to basically do URLs or hyperlinks inside of your WordPress application, because it's WYSIWYG. So again, if I click right there, that's going to take me right back to this experience. And if I click my text editor, well, then I would have to know the hyperlink text, href, and all that stuff. If I wanted to hyperlink that text, it's going to be much simpler to do that right from here. So if you're familiar with any kind of WYSIWYG editing, I'm not going to spend much time in this. This is really pretty straightforward. It's about as straightforward as you get. But what I do want to talk about is working with images. And we'll work with images and share with you the different types of images that I could work with in our next video.